So if you could take a polygraph and that would convince me that you're not involved, that would be something you would do.
I think that that's something that I could do, but like I said, I would consider legal advice before like taking that step, because I don't know the ins and outs of different things.
Okay,
and
well,
stuff
I
like
would
that.
tell you, any attorney who would represent someone would tell them not to take a polygraph. Okay,
Well,
and
why
I'll
would-
tell you
why
why.
would-
Well, let's see. Every attorney represents their client, right? Not because they don't think they're guilty, but that's just their job. You know, I have to defend this person because that's the job. They don't defend innocent people or guilty people. They just defend defendants. Okay? They don't care if they're guilty or innocent. That's not part of their job description. Their job description is to defend them the best they can. Okay? So, an attorney,
So-
a private attorney works for income. If they don't get income, they have no job. So what they need to do is, first of all, in order to get income, they need to get clients, and I need to bill people for my services, okay? And most attorneys I know would tell their client not to take a polygraph test because you might be guilty and you're gonna,
Yeah, but then,
be found out.
but what if he thinks he's innocent? It's like, oh, well, that would be his job right there, because then if he could take the polygraph test and pass it, then wouldn't that, that'd just clear him?
That's my
his-
opinion,
his
that's
job.
my belief too.
So-
You and me have the same belief.
So why wouldn't he tell someone to do that if he really thought they were innocent?
Because the attorney wouldn't have this person as a client no more, okay? Because this guy would be on his way and the police would be looking for someone else, and this guy just lost his client. Hey, Robert is no longer a suspect in Becky Friedley's murder. Therefore, I'm not getting paid. Therefore, I need to move on and find another client.
Am I a suspect? Would you consider me a suspect in the murder?
Yes.
Why was it that Christian's dad was told that, like,
We're not
We-
talking
we
about
were-
Christian.
I
We're not
didn't
talking about
say
Christian's dad.
I didn't say
We're talking
Christian.
about Robert Pape.
Okay, it's Pape, but I feel this conversation is just moving towards a like hostile tone, and I don't appreciate being taken from my house when I would have voluntarily given up my fingerprints and my DNA cheek sample or whatever, and I missed an interview. I would have a job now. I have no income right now. I mean, of course, it's not so much of a big deal since I'm living with my mom, but I just feel that it was a little unnecessary.
I thought Becky Friedley's tragic death was significant in your life.
That was significant. Well, it is significant. What says that that's not significant?
You just
I
you just turned the page and thought some other things in life were significant. Why Christian's dad said this? Who cares about what he said? Let's talk about Robert.
because someone had
You won't-
told, someone he spoke with said that Christian and I weren't suspects, but it seems pretty obvious we are.
When was that?
You can ask him. I don't remember exactly when it was, but
Well,
someone had.
He's not here, so I'm asking you, when was that? Today? Yesterday?
It was maybe about 4 months ago.
Okay, well, things have changed in 4 months.
Have they changed that much? They've really focused on.
Were the police in your house 4 months ago?
They weren't, but I don't know what.
Were you taken from your house 4 months ago?
I wasn't taking my house.
Okay, so would you say things have changed in 4 months?
That's what I'd like to know. I'd like to know what has changed, and I had asked that, and I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, I'm a person who collects information. I'm not in the business of giving information. Things have changed and things constantly will move forward. Okay?
And while
I'm giving you an opportunity to show your truthfulness to me. Okay? And if you want to take a polygraph test and pass the polygraph test, then that will show your truthfulness.
Really? Okay. Well, the other thing is if you look at the other side of the coin, when you, consider that, an attorney's only goal is to be like defending and making money. Well, obviously, isn't that saying that your only goal is to try to like make someone look guilty so that, maybe you can.
My only goal is to find the truth. The facts. Okay? I get paid the same whether crime gets solved or doesn't get solved. Not all crime gets solved. I don't need clients. I don't depend on different people. Okay? I can work 100 cases in a year and get paid as the same person who handles 2 cases, okay, a year. Just like the people in the military, they get paid the same whether they're standing on a flight line guarding an airplane or in Cuba guarding a camp, okay? So my job is to get the facts, okay? To find out who was involved, okay? And present a case to the district attorney's office. Okay. My job is to find out the people who aren't involved and exclude them as suspects. Okay. I've not rushed to judgment. Okay. This has been 12, 13 months. Okay. I wouldn't call this a rush to judgment. Okay. I have no time frame. Look how young I am. I don't look like I'm retiring anytime soon, right?
I wouldn't say you are.
Okay.
Okay, but the point I'm making is it just seems like it's moving towards more of a hostile tone, and I just feel like I would feel more comfortable seeking some sort of legal advice.
You can do whatever you want, Robert.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, then that's what I'm saying that I want to do.
Okay, and you'll be able to. You can do that.
And then as even considering the advice, maybe my mother told me, it was just saying, obviously, talk to someone. If you're going to talk to the police, just have someone there just to, talk with you, because obviously they know more than you do, and you don't want to say, maybe just something stupid for whatever reason.
Sure.
And then, but even with that advice, I had continued to, speak with detectives. I went in, the day after what had happened, I came in here and spoke with Detective Michaels on.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I? Yeah, because
you're Becky's friend.
Yeah,
Becky
and
died.
I would like to put in whatever advice.
Do you have something to hide?
I don't have anything to
Therefore,
hide. But I feel that it's just moving towards just a hostile tone, and I feel that I would feel more comfortable with speaking with someone else before this continues.
Okay.
So I would appreciate if you want the DNA sample, that's fine. But I think this conversation should be about over.
Okay, and you're right. It is almost over. And I was being honest with you before about when you asked about the polygraph and the attorneys and stuff like that. I'm sure you contact any attorney in the phone book and ask their advice, and they'll tell you, well, heck, don't take a polygraph test. Why would you do that? Make the cops find out you're guilty. Don't go in and take a polygraph test and fail, make it easy for them. The only people who go in and take a polygraph test are the people who are innocent, people who, want to clear their names, people who don't want the police showing up at their house. Those are the type of people who want to go in and take a polygraph test. You should see how many people have taken polygraph tests during this investigation. Okay? You know what all they're doing right now?
What are they doing?
Well, they ain't here. I can't tell you what they're doing because it's not my concern. They're moving on with life. Okay? Robert's life, well, it's kind of in limbo right now.
I understand that.
Okay? You told me earlier that you would do whatever's in your power. Well, this is in your power. So why are you taking a step back?
I'm not saying that I'm not going to take a polygraph test. I never said that.
Okay. You want to go talk to your people. Okay. So you talk to your people, and what do you think? You come back and call me tomorrow?
I think that I will I'll talk to them. I don't know how it's going to go.
Well, I'll tell you how it's going to go. They'll say, don't do it. So if they told you not to do it, what would you do?
I would, it's not just gonna be like, oh, should I do this, yes or no? There's obviously gonna be, steps or, it's like, well, why wouldn't I do that?
You'll ask
Things-
attorney,
things
hey,
like that.
they want me to take a polygraph. And he would, the attorney's not gonna ask you a bunch of questions. He'll say, no, don't take a polygraph test. You know that. You've already consulted along that line, right?
Mhm.
And you got that answer. Okay? Did you ever ask this person next time, well, why shouldn't I?
No,
Why
would
shouldn't
like
I?
to. I would like
What
to.
if I want to exclude myself? What if I want to exclude myself? If this excludes me, shouldn't I take it?
I will be sure to ask him. I would like him to explain it in detail.
All right, let me get my stuff so I can take your DNA.
Okay.
Okay, there's two cotton swabs in here, okay? All you're gonna do is take this by the stick. It's like a giant Q-tip. You're just gonna stick it in your mouth and rub it in your cheek. It's just gonna collect your saliva, and that's, for DNA. And then you're just gonna hand it back to me.
We use both of them or just one?
Just one at a time. Stick it down with the cotton down. And you're gonna do the same one with that on the other side. After you called Sacred Heart that night when you were driving over there and then you guys went back to Christian's house, is there a particular place where you can say that you never got to?
I didn't get to. I couldn't say we're gonna get to a certain place because I wasn't.
Like, let me give you an example so you understand the question. You came from your house to Palm Desert Station today.
Okay.
Okay. We know that you didn't get to Cook Street today.
Okay.
Okay. You didn't get to Indio.
Okay.
You didn't get to Washington and Fred Waring. You didn't get that far.
Okay.
You got as far as, Fred Waring and San Pablo. That's where we're at.
Okay.
We're at the corner of San Pablo
Okay.
behind COD.
Okay,
San
so
Pablo,
assuming I'm taking like 111 or something, I couldn't have gone past, it's Cook and Fred Waring, right? Cook is the street that runs north and south that connects to Sacred Heart? Because I know Fred
Yes.
Waring is the side street, so
Okay.
assuming Cook Street is the street that runs north and south with it, I suppose I that would have been the furthest I could have gone, so I couldn't have gone anything past
To
Cook
Sacred
Street.
Heart. So you're saying the furthest you got was to Sacred Heart?
I didn't get to Sacred Heart, but I would say if I was, taking 111,
Right.
Cook Street, like, I wouldn't have gone past, I don't believe we turned on to Cook Street.
Okay. And Sacred Heart's on Fred Waring and Cook.
Okay.
You know where Cook is you know where Palm Desert High School is?
I don't know Palm Desert that well. No, I'm not really completely sure, no. But Cook does cross 111, right?
Right, but it's almost like the far east end of Palm Desert, almost like after you pass Cook Street, then you get near Washington where Bermuda Dunes and Indian Wells is.
But it doesn't, but Cook goes with Sacred Heart, that's where Sacred Heart is.
Over on Fred Waring and Cook.
And Cook, so I would say I couldn't have gotten, like,
But if you left your house, called 411, called Sacred Heart, how far do you think you would have, how many minutes do you think it is from your house to Sacred Heart?
it's not, I don't think it's too long to Sacred Heart.
20 minutes?
Okay, so yeah.
Well, certainly you would have made a phone call your phone call wouldn't have been 20 minutes long.
It wouldn't have been 21 minutes long, but I didn't make the phone call immediately when we left. I didn't even think about the 411 until we're a little bit into it. I mean, I forgot I had that number. Because my service is with under my mom's name, so she tells me never to use the regular 411 because I'm not sure even how much it is. But I've forgotten I had 411. But I mean,
Okay. So your service is with Verizon.
yes, sir.
Okay. And every time you make a cell phone call, it is documented.
Okay.
And you know what a cell tower is?
Yes, I know what a tower is. Yeah.
Okay. A tower gives you a location where you're at.
Okay.
Okay. So based on the triangulations of the cell towers and your phone call history, I can tell you where you were at when you made certain phone calls.
Okay, and like I said,
One thing we need an explanation for is where you were at when you made a particular phone call, because it's not jiving with your story.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm not sure why it wouldn't jive with my story.
It wouldn't if it wasn't the truth.
Okay.
Okay? Remember, the truth doesn't change.
Okay. And I'm telling you what I remember.
Okay. Unfortunately, what you remember and what happened is two different things.
Okay.
Okay? So we need to get rid of what you remember and find the truth.
Okay. But
Okay?
you can't just get rid of what you remember if that's what you remember. Because aside from what you remember,
you know.
there's nothing really, because we don't remember it.
Well, the truth is always there. And for some reason, people always kind of come back and remember the truth. You can remember insignificant things in your life, right? All the time you remember things that are insignificant. Okay.
Well, certain things, but that's why I call it insignificant, because a lot of times you don't remember them.
Well, no. Okay. Now we have a significant day. Robert is at the police station.
Okay.
Okay? Is our prime suspect for this murder. And this isn't the time to can't recall an insignificant fact. Okay? You need to think down deep inside you and start recalling some significant facts.
Okay.
Okay.
I
I
told
need an
you-
explanation on some of these places you were at. Maybe there's a reasonable explanation. Okay? But until I hear it, okay, there ain't no explanation. If you want to make it reasonable, I'm all ears.
Okay. But that's as I remember.
No? Don't you think you and Christian would remember the same events?
I'd imagine we would.
Okay.
But then again, I'd imagine he'd remember the locations of where exactly we went better than I would, since
Why
he was
would
driving.
he? Well-
Because he was driving and I wasn't looking at the road.
What were you looking at?
I was looking at my phone.
Okay. For 20 minutes?
I don't remember. Like I said, it
Do
did
you drive?
I drive.
Okay. You drive a car.
Yes.
You ever talk on the phone while you're driving?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I try not to.
Okay, so you must be looking out the windshield at some point. So
Yeah,
if you
but
can
that's if-
drive and talk on the phone and look out the window, why
Okay.
can't you sit in the passenger seat and do the same thing?
I'm not saying I can't do that. I'm saying I didn't do that.
How do you know?
Because I believe I would have remembered where we were going.
That
like,
wasn't
where we were.
significant. Why would you want to remember that? You told me you can't remember insignificant things. That seems pretty insignificant, but you remember not looking out the window where you're going.
Because that was a question that was asked of me a while ago. So where it was still fresh in my mind, that was something that was asked of me then.
Well, why is it fresh in your mind now? It's been
Because
9 months
this is the same thing that I had said before.
So you remember what you said 9 months ago?
I believe that's what I had said. I
Okay.
don't remember exactly what we turned
Tell
around.
me what you were wearing on that day.
I don't know what I was wearing that day.
Well, you told me 9 months ago what you were wearing.
I guess you got me there, because
Okay.
I didn't keep that one, because it didn't, that wasn't something that was a significant, like, question.
Okay. You told me other things today that you didn't tell me 9 months ago.
And I'm sure there's certain things that you do pick up on when you're walking out the door. Maybe you notice
Exactly.
some things you
That's
don't.
what I'm talking about. You remember the truth.
Sometimes you remember some things, and sometimes you don't remember.
Okay. So, you know where Monterey is?
Yes, I know where Monterey is.
Okay. You know Monterey south of 111? Where does that road go?
That goes up to Rebecca's house.
Okay. Were you at any time on Monterey south of Highway 111?
I suppose the only way is if we turn around there.
Okay. Well, why would you turn around there? You have no idea where you turned around.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's possible that we turn around there. I didn't say that we did.
So with that in mind, you really have no idea how far you got.
I don't know, like I had said.
Okay. But the cell phone towers know.
Okay.
Okay. So, with that in mind, your story needs to fit the cell phone records.
Okay,
Okay.
so, let's say I turned around there. I'm not gonna, just because that's what the records say doesn't mean that I'm gonna say that I remember it.
Of course.
Okay, but what if I turned around there? Or let's say we're driving down
Well,
111.
turning around there doesn't answer the question anyways.
I don't know, maybe we were in the right lane and he, couldn't get into the left lane quickly enough.
That
so it
still
takes a
doesn't
rest.
answer the question because I just said that. That's not the facts.
What do you mean, because you just said that?
I just giving you an example.
I'm giving you an example
Okay.
that that's
If you
possible.
turn around at 111 in Monterey, it still doesn't jive with the cell phone records.
Okay, like I was
Because the cell
saying.
phone records aren't at 111 in Monterey, they're somewhere else.
Okay, I don't know where they are, but I'm telling you what I remember.
Okay. You want to exonerate yourself from this investigation?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you need to think hard about things, okay? Because you were the suspect in a murder, okay? I don't know too many people who get jobs after being in law enforcement or the military or anything of a similar nature who are suspects in a murder. Okay? Who will know that you're a suspect in a murder?
What do you mean, who will know?
Who will know? I mean, there has to be a way of people finding out.
Someone who's suspect, background checked, I don't know. Is
Okay,
that in
well,
a background check?
You gotta get fingerprints, okay? And you're gonna be fingerprinted now, okay?
Okay, I was fingerprinted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying is now you're linked to a murder. The only way to unlink yourself is to show me that you're not involved.
Okay. I don't know how to show you that I
Okay,
wasn't.
I'll tell you. Okay? You contact me when you want to take a polygraph test, and you pass the polygraph, and then that will show me. that
So
you're not
if
involved.
I pass a polygraph test, I will no longer be linked to this murder.
You will not be a suspect.
What's the difference? Will I still be linked?
Well, I mean, you're not a suspect. I mean, maybe link wasn't the right word.
I thought polygraph tests weren't even completely accurate anyway.
No, they're accurate. It's a science. They're not admissible in court.
Why not if they're so accurate? If it's a science.
Well, a lot of science isn't admissible in court. Okay?
Well, DNA evidence is, and that's accurate. And that's a science. I mean,
I don't make the rules, I just play by them. Okay? Therefore, if a polygraph test isn't admissible in court, then why would you be worried about taking a polygraph test?
I'm not saying that I'm not going to take a polygraph test.
Well, I'm just saying, just throwing things out there.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to dismiss me taking a polygraph test.
Okay. You gotta get fingerprinted on a machine. Next. Okay? Did I give you that water?
No.
Okay, I apologize. I got a cup of water I left on the table out there. I'll get that for you.
Do you know how much longer I would be here?
I'm going to ask the person who's gonna fingerprint you if they're ready for you, because I'm not the fingerprint person.
Thank you.
Okay, this is Detective Eichelt. He's gonna walk you upstairs and you gotta do your fingerprints on the machine.
Okay.
There you go. Have a seat.
Whatever.
Whatever.
That's yours, right?
Yeah. My keys and,
Keys?
do you have my, pocket knife too?
No, but I have
Smith and
to.
Wesson, pocket knife.
There's a bag out there I'll look at. I gotta take your picture so if you can stand right here. Hey, what is the deal with that bag of ammunition? The bullets and the casings with like 38 and 9mm?
I got all those out from where I go shooting. I just I was just collecting them.
Where did you get them at?
1,000 Palms, where I go shooting.
You mean you found them?
Yes,
Well, why were you collecting those?
just a collection of just different calibers and stuff.
What's the deal with that, the stick with the skill saw on it?
That was a, I don't know, that was just like something I had made just for the heck of it.
Remember when we talked about, your posters and the personality your room gets, and you looked at me like I was an idiot?
I didn't look at you like an idiot. I understand
No.
where it shows, what things like I am interested in, but I don't think that shows that, that in no way is like you could never use that to kill someone because it would break so easy, it's so flimsy. I could never use that to actually kill someone with it. It was merely for looks, just like people collect things, collect different, like fantasy weapons that you would never actually use to kill someone with, but it's just a hobby, and it doesn't necessarily mean that.
What would you
have
say if I told you a
non-fun.
lot of people collected things that were fantasy that they used in crimes?
Wait, what?
What would I say if you said?
You're telling me people don't use things like that to commit crimes. Well, I didn't know you're an expert in crimes.
Wait, how am I an expert? I'm saying that if I used that, it would break. It wouldn't.
Okay.
It wouldn't work. I'm saying he couldn't use it.
Alright. What about don't you like the brass knuckles with some knives sticking out from them or something?
Yeah, that's the same thing. I bet you could use it, but like that, it seems like those would actually break out.
So my question I'm asking you is, what's the fascination with all the knives and the guns and the bullets?
That's just what I like. It just looks cool. I watch a lot of action movies and just things like that.
You got anything to add from the things we discussed today?
No, I don't.
You have my number?
No, I don't. I don't have.
Okay, you talk this over with some of your people, okay? And you get back with me, okay? What I said makes sense to you?
Yes.
You wanna do whatever's in your power to solve Becky's murder,
Mm.
exclude yourself from this whole situation. Well, you know what you can do.
Right.
And then again, maybe you just need to be truthful and let things lie where they may. Because this will never go away. Okay? And 4 months ago we were nowhere. And now 4 months ago, or 4 months now, look where we're at. You're here and the police are in your house and things ain't looking so good. Where are we going to be in 4 weeks from now? Somewhere else? Have a seat so I can arrange some transportation.
Was my mom not here? Well, someone had said that she was calling, then they said that she was actually here.
I don't know, I've heard. I have to find out. Let me find out from some people.
And my knife too.
You what?
My knife too, if that's
Alright.
there.
thought they had drugs.
What you guys talking about?
Not a damn thing. Yeah?
Well, just the usual, but apparently there's been a break in the case recently. He was telling me that I guess they found something, so they swabbed me for swabbed my cheeks for DNA and fingerprinted me.
They did the same to me.
How long have you been here? The clock's wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Been here since 10.
Yeah, same here. Well, 10:30, I guess.
Where were they like keeping you normally? Like were you in that little cell thing?
Mm-hmm.
Smells like piss.
Dude, I almost took a piss in there.
Yeah, I have to pee again.
So, I told him nothing. When you
It's just like the same stuff.
you should just said you wanted your lawyer.
I didn't say anything different. Been here for way too fucking long.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Have you spoken with anyone? Like, where were you? Your house?
Yeah. I was asleep. Fucking woke up. Sure as fucking coming to my house.
Search warrant, search warrant.
10 people.
That-
Motherfuckers.
I
And
hear
I
like,
just like ran in her room like, I didn't know what was going on.
it was like, I hear like knocking the door, the dogs are barking, like I look outside the window, and there's like one guy, I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? And I thought like maybe it had something to do with like community service or something. I do community service, by the way. And anyways, I walk outside and I go, are you Robert? I'm like, oh, step out here. And notice there's like 2 guys, 3 guys. Oh. And then like I've got my dogs and I got a cat. Since I volunteered at community service at an animal shelter, so I got a cat. And so they're like all in my room and they don't really get along together. But they were only in there together because I was there, so they've been by themselves the fucking time. But apparently they kept asking me if I had touched the wheelbarrow and stuff like that.
The wheelbarrow? Well,
He kept saying, it's like, oh, it's like they have a wheelbarrow, because, you know, that's where they found Becky. That's what Javier told me. And I was like, oh, did you know that wheelbarrow? I'm like, oh, I don't know, I imagine he'd have a wheelbarrow. So isn't that something you remember? Like, why would the fuck would I remember if you had a wheelbarrow? And he's like, yeah, so then if you don't remember, then you wouldn't have touched it, right? I'm like, well, I've been in the garage before. I can't say I've never touched the wheelbarrow. You know, I don't physically remember every single thing I've touched in my life.
talk about this later.
I'm just saying what I had said already.
Yeah, I'm fucking sorry. You get a Halo 3?
Yeah. Beat on Legendary.
So
I beat on Heroic the first day. And
So
then I waited a day and was just playing multiplayer.
So
And then the third day I beat on Legendary. Just
Same
all
thing.
the way through.
did you get all the schools?
Actually, I wasn't even looking. I didn't find anyone yet.
I have them all. I got everything. I got 2 achievements away from getting all the achievements.
Yeah, because I don't have Xbox Live, so I don't have any. I've only got a couple of the, because you get free Xbox Live for 3 days.
Oh, with the thing.
With it, so I was playing for a while, and I got up to, I had Sergeant or something. I don't know. I got the second one that you get achievement for. Like, so you start with the
Sergeant.
Yeah, thanks to Sergeant. And then, I don't know. All I know is I saved the match where I raped everyone with swords. Died like twice, I think. Just like go through fast forward.
It's pretty sweet. Did you like the single player?
It was okay. I don't know, single player didn't really have me going too well. I don't know, I guess also because like the first time I played it, I was like fucking tired as hell because I stood in line for 3 hours for it.
Yeah.
And then by the time I got home,
What did Investigator Leclerc go?
I have no idea. I've been locked in this room.
Okay, all right, I'll find him.
And so I was tired, so I didn't get too much enjoyment out of the first time I played through it.
Same here. Well, I mean, I played 3 missions and I just went to bed and then I woke up and beat it.
I think I beat like half of it. I was so tired. I didn't go to sleep till like 6 or 7 in the morning.
The vehicle battles are pretty fucking sick.
But your AI is fucking retarded.
That's
Like when you have to take down the scarab when you first get the Gauss cannon, and the guy keeps driving right into the brute droppers. It's just like,
That's why you don't let him drive.
and then I drive, and he doesn't fucking shoot the right things. Like he'll just shoot the scarab and not the people chasing us.
Yeah, the first time I got the gas cannon, I just stopped and got a tank.
Yeah, I got a tank too. That's the only way I could do it.
So it was pretty cool that they let you blow it up yourself in this game.
Yeah. There was like a lot of them with the Hornet and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty cool vehicle. Oh my god. I've got school in like 20 minutes. I don't think I'm gonna go tonight.
I think it's a good idea that you don't. I think we should talk about some things. Fucking I almost fell asleep in that cell.
I did fall asleep in that, so.
Just like laying there, all fucking crunched up in a ball, fucking cold.
It was freezing balls. I had my arms in my shirt. My toes were like turning different colors.
They got your sandals too?
Yeah. Like first, I like.
First they were like, get him a shirt. Second they were like, where's the new shoes? Then they gave me my girlfriend shoes.
Yeah, they like got my mom's flip flops. I'm like, oh my god. Of course they don't fit me.
Yeah, he brought like these camouflage, like little with Roxy sign on it. It's like, they're like this big. I'm like, dude.
And he like grabs his shirt, and it was like one of the like really small shirts. And he's like, I don't think this is gonna fit you. I'm like, yeah, I think you're right. And he just grabbed this. It's like, oh, well, we're just gonna put the dogs in the backyard. I'm like, no, do not do that. I'm like, all right, is my cat in there still too? Well, we never saw the cat, but he couldn't have gotten out. Oh my god, if you never saw the cat, then you don't really know.
They were fucking big. Like, the guy who drove me here was huge. He was so fucking...
One of the guys like couldn't fit through my door. He's like walked through. This like flashlight like bangs against the, because there's like 2 doors, you know, like bangs against the other ones. One of the guys is like, all right, dude, we're already in. You don't need to break the window. Shut up. I started getting all.
And like, did they do the same thing? You just like, oh, they took me outside. They're like, oh, can't get a ride for you right now. And then they put me back in the cell.
Wait, what?
Like
They took
they-
you outside right now?
Yeah, no, when I was in here for like 2 some hours. And then.
Is that when I saw you the first time? They were
Yeah,
walking
taking-
outside?
Yeah.
Really?
And like, they walked me out there, he's like, oh, where you at, man? "Oh, I guess we can't get a ride." And then he's like, then they put me in the cell for like 4 fucking hours. Like, fucking great.
Nah, I was in the cell for like half an hour, or something. And then they fingerprinted me, and that guy who was doing it couldn't do it. Like
The blue shirt or the black guy?
Well, the black guy was overseeing the Mexican guy. His name was Enrique.
The black guy was like, now don't press down now. oh, we didn't get it good enough, put too much in comment. It's like, fuck, then just let me do it myself.
You know, like rolled it all in my hands.
Yeah,
like
it's
did like it kept screwing up. It's like, oh, we can tear this one. Oh, we need another one. Oh, we need another set too. So then we ended up like 3 ink sets, and then I had to do the machine one too. Oh my god! And I was in here for God knows how long because I kept looking at that when I first like got in here. I'm like, there's no way. I was asleep, but because this morning it was like 10 o'clock.
No, right when I looked at it, I was like, fuck, it's broken. I looked at it once, then I looked at it again, I noticed that the second hand
Yeah.
wasn't moving, and I was like, fuck, I'm trying to toy with my mind.
And I just found out it's like 5 o'clock or something.
Yeah, I looked on the computer when he was doing the thing, it's like 5. My girlfriend's gonna be getting home right now, and she's gonna be like, what the fuck? Why the fuck does it look like someone ran through my house with a fucking bulldozer? And
Did they-
all my boyfriend's shit is like scattered all around.
Did they like scatter everything?
Yeah. Got anything in the couch? I'm like, no.
I wasn't even inside. It's like, just step outside and just stand here. Okay.
No, I was sitting there. Anything in the couch? No. Just fucking ripped them all off. You got any web there? Like, yeah, I got a check. Going through everything. Yeah, so and then they put me in the squad car for like 30 minutes. Was there like a little, kind of like, not little, but tan, kind of like tannish looking Asian guy that was there?
Where? Oh, at my house?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention because they all just kind of like ran inside and I was still like half asleep.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, when I was here, I was like still yawning. Like, I was gonna say, it's like the same people. Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Well, I'd assume there were different people because we probably got picked up at the same time.
I was like, well, I heard like, like fucking slam on the door. I was like, what the fuck is that? So then I just heard like mumbling. Or not mumbling. I couldn't make out what they were saying. I was like, what the hell is that? So I like put my shorts on so quick they weren't even like zipped or
Yeah. I
my belt wasn't even on, and they just like, freeze. Fuck.
I was like, I thought my dog started barking because I can't hear someone knocking on the front door from my room. Or it's not loud enough to wake me up anyway. So my dogs were barking. I'm like, sure, shut the fuck up. I started hearing someone, what the fuck? Go outside. God damn it. Claire was like getting all crazy. He's like, oh, see now, if you want to do whatever you can to solve this crime, then you'll tell me the truth. I don't care what you recall. I want the truth. All this like shit. I'm like, dude, don't even act like you're on my side. I've been here for like 7.5 hours. Alright? If you asked me, I would have given you my DNA sample and my fingerprints. I would have done it. Alright, I had a job interview today, and I missed that. He's like, oh, so what? Her death doesn't matter to you? I'm like, what? How do you figure that? He's like, well, because obviously it's more, job interview is more important. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You stupid asshole. We could have done it, like, yesterday. Then it would have been even more important, right? Because we're doing it sooner. Fucking dumbass. And then they're saying, like, my mom was on the phone. And, like, oh, she's on the phone. It's like, and then like I was doing the fingerprints, like when because I did the machine fingerprints later.
Same,
that was the last thing I did right now. And he's like, oh, I guess she's here. Oh, okay. I assumed I was getting ready to leave because I did everything. And I was like, all right, well, here, just go downstairs. I'm like, what? All right, I guess she's there. She's like, oh yeah, she's downstairs. I'm like walking down here, and then like as I walk in there, like through the door, everyone's like, oh shh. Cause there's that wall and you can't see in everyone's little office area, like the little cubicle things.
Yeah.
And I was just like, shh. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was like trying to jump up to see if my mom was there. Like, what the fuck? The interviewing her? And then he's like, all right. And then he opens this door. I'm like, what? And I look in there. She's not there. I'm like, wait. She's like, oh yeah, just go ahead. Like, what the fuck? He shuts the door. You son of a bitch.
Well, that's the same thing they did with me.
They said your mom was here?
No, not the same exact thing. It was like, oh yeah, we're leaving right now. Oh, you're right now. Just wait in here for a sec, couple minutes. It's like, okay.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like, they didn't, like, even arrest me, but I've just been here all fucking day. Like, I kept asking, like, am I under arrest? It's like, oh, well, we'll tell you. I'm like, oh, or like, am I at least gonna find out if I'm under arrest? He's like, oh, yeah. When? Well, you know, I gotta find Detective Leclerc. He'll explain it all to you. And I'm like, asking Detective Leclerc, I'm like, am I under arrest? Well, you see, it's not a complicated question. I just wanna know. It's a lot of light sockets for such a small room. Or energy sockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd imagine that that's exactly why they're all there.
Dude, I was just like, when I was in here, I was thinking about just turning the lights out.
Oh my god, I was thinking about peeing in that corner. On these like kind of the side a little bit, so if like the doors, a little bit walking, they won't notice it right away.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing the
'Cause he
same
sits
thing
there
in the
with his
cell.
bag.
I was like,
Yeah, there's already piss in the cell, so I figured what the fuck's the difference?
let me go to the bathroom twice. I was starving. Like, I haven't eaten a thing.
Yeah, haven't eaten anything. Yeah, guys, cool, just just put them in here. Let them rot. Alright guys, see you tomorrow.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. Sitting in that cell, I was like, fuck, turn the lights up. Where do you have a job interview?
I was, cause I did my community service at, it's like a county-owned, like run, like animal shelter. And so I was working, or I was volunteering there, I had to do 9 days. And I got it, I just kinda did it all at once, like four days a week. So I did it like get out of the way as quickly as possible. And then apparently I guess they get started off at like pretty good money, like just even like the temporary workers, you start off at like 11 or something. So I was gonna go apply there. It's just cleaning up shit. But whatever. And like the permanent employees, I guess it's kinda hard to get a permanent job though, but permanent employees are like 14 or something. Like, oh, I could do that. Just cleaning up poop.
Fuck yeah, $11, sure.
What?
$14, do it.
Some of the guys that work there are such bitches though. Like one of the guys, like he calls out because he's got cramps. Yeah, he's like thinks he's all badass because he's like kind of buff, but he's really not. Like he's pretty buff. Like he's just kind of big. He's not necessarily like cut or anything, but he's like kind of big. But like it's just like he always does, like walk around like all crazy and like really slow. And he calls out because he's got cramps.
Oh, my period, guys.
I didn't drink my cranberry juice last night, and I'm just bleeding all over the place.
I quit, not so excited.
Hmm?
I quit because they were gonna fire me.
Why?
Because I was gonna fight with a bunch of people, fucking drunk people.
Did you get another job or?
No. Just been enjoying my vacation. I mean, I quit like really late in the season, so it was like this about the same time as the last year. like they demoted me from a shift leader stuff too. Before that, and then I was on a final.
What, they demoted?
So, just the guards were being bitches. And I don't know whether it was right or wrong. I was like, I guess I just was a little bit mean. And they all complained about it.
Some crazy bitch attacked me.
And then, like, someone called me a fucking faggot in the wave pool, and he was drunk, and they've been causing like, problems all day. Like, this party people in cabanas. And no one did anything the whole day. Like, they were jumping, like, into the pool, like, off the side, and they were like, oh, fuck you guys, and blah, blah, whatever. So I get there, and they say, fuck. Like, I tell them to get off the lane like a couple times. And one guy's like, oh, fuck you, fucking faggot. So I try to handle it cool. Told security, and said, yeah, there's nothing we can do. It's like, there's nothing, what? There's nothing you can do?
What's the point of this to have security?
Yeah, so I was like, so I just started cussing at him. Then he got out of the pool. The fucking, like 3 security guards grabbed me, lifted me off the ground. And then Sam like was covering my mouth and shit.
Oh, like, cause they were standing there while you were cussing at them?
Yeah.
That's bad.
I was like, get the fuck up. And then they're like, yeah, we're gonna put you on suspension. I was like, fuck that, I quit.
Suspension is the end of the fucking year.
I know. Great.
You can come back in the winter when you don't have a job. Dude, honestly, what the fuck is this? This fuck's pissing me off. It's just like all this bullshit. It's like, oh yeah, your mom's here, and you know, you can have your stuff back. Oh, but we happen to. It's like gives me my keys, my wallet back. I'm like, oh, where's my knife? It's like, what? It's like like a Smith & Wesson knife. Give me my knife back.
They took my knife too. I think they left that at the house, huh?
I hope it was at the house.
That's where my wallet is. It's like $40.
Just wanna so I wanted to put my knife down because I needed it'd be some bullshit to get it back. I think one of them just put it in their pocket though. Just hope they didn't just forget about it.
I don't know where it went. He took it, he's like, you got anything on you? I'm like, yeah. And, oh yeah, like they gave me like, you want a shirt? I'm like, I guess so. So they bring me my girlfriend's sweater. Yeah. So I was like, whatever, if I can put it on. And he was like, you got anything on you? Sharp or anything like that? They're searching again. They like reach your hand in the pouch. They pull out like this baggie, like it's like tied, like on 2 ends, so it looks like there's something in the middle. I was like, fuck.
So you just gave this.
Yeah. I was like, no way. Like that's my girlfriend's sweater. Like she's doing crack. I didn't know about it. Like,
What'd they do?
no, they just took it. I was like, dude, I never did drugs in my life. Just, you can have it. It was like rolled up in such a small little thing now, but they pulled it out like, oh, what's this? It's like, I don't fucking know what that is.
Drunk it out toward asshole.
Dude. My breath smells like shit. I didn't need to brush my teeth.
Oh
this
yeah,
morning.
serious. Yeah, you got me. And he's like, oh, you want some water? My mouth is super ass dry. I have no spit in my mouth. I kept having to stop talking. And he's like, and then I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And he leaves, and then he comes back. I'm like, he doesn't have the water. I'm like, whatever. He's just digging around with me anyway. And he's like, oh, did I get you that water? No, you didn't. And he finally gets me a cup of water. Half full. How long are they allowed to hold it if you're not under arrest?
I don't know. No idea.
the other thing that kind of sucks is like I had like my uncle that died, like he had a shotgun, and so like it was at the like one of my other uncles who owns a business, Greg. I don't know if you've ever met him or what, but
Yeah.
like yeah okay.
He's told Dick.
Yeah, Dick. And he had kept the shotgun at the shop, and then so like since it was there, like Joe knew where it was, so I kind of took it from, Joe knew I took it or whatever, but either way I had it, and it's not like registered. I'm like, oh my god, I just fucking got it. I was planning on registering it, I promise. But,
Will they bring it out?
I don't know, because he didn't like. He's like asked me. He's like, "Oh, do you have anything in your room that it's illegal?" I'm like, "Well, I guess the closest would be on a shotgun." Yeah.
I had, I don't know if it's registered or what, but it's like 100 years old. And it's like double barrel shotgun. It's like this. It's like rusty and everything. I don't even know if it works, but I had it. So then I had my Winchester, but that's registered. But I don't know what you're supposed to do with a fucking shotgun that I don't even know if it works. It's like an antique.
Yeah, but they fucking like took everything on their own. It's like, oh, no more knives for you.
Oh,
This
I
is
know.
all evidence, and you're never gonna have it back. Even though we're gonna tell you that you'll get it back soon. Oh yeah, you'll get it back soon. We just gotta.
Dude, I know my room's gonna look like a fucking war zone.
Everyone's already messy. It's gonna look fucked up.
Come in the house, like the bed's like tipped over. Shit floating up on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, especially since I had the guns under my bed. My bed's gonna be like in the other room. It's gonna be fucking like cut open. Oh my god, if they like cut open my bed, like, you son of a bitch.
I like that chair better.
What's wrong with that one?
Just like, is it like sit forward, or do you have to pushing yourself all the way back? So like sit right here.
I'd like lay down if there wasn't like shit everywhere. How does that happen? It's like an interrogation room. What happens in here?
Well, I fell asleep in that cell, like on that little stool thing. That's what I was like.
I just put my arms in my shirt. Like ended up on my back with my feet up on the wall.
Same here.
Yeah, and I got like my little weight for my feet or my legs kept like pushing my head back into the wall. Oh damn! I'm getting ready to just like go pee on the air conditioner control thing or something.
Yeah. Did you go at all
What?
today? Have you gone?
Yeah, I got to go when they fingerprint me because like they just kept screwing up. It's like, all right, I need you to go wash your hands. Oh, I need you to wash your hands. Oh, wash your hands one more time. Because like it kept screwing up, like it was like too dark.
Yeah, that's what happened
It's
to
like
me
not
too.
even all off. It's like all over my hands now.
Same here. Like put it down and things. Oh, I think this could be a little too much. Whatever.
Yeah, that's too much. Let me get it off the roller.
And then, yeah, I don't know what was the deal. He's like, your fingernail. Oh, Nick. No shit.
Yeah, should have just told me to do it myself. It would have been look better. So just relax. Let me do it. All right, you're gonna have to tense up your wrist a little bit. All right, not that tense.
Yeah, no. It's like, let go of your, dude, just move my finger, dude. Just relax, okay? You relax.
Yeah, just relax. Like I am. You're bending it the wrong way. My arm like doesn't bend quite like that.
Let's do it this way. Dude. You played the Clive, like the,
Jericho.
yeah.
Demo. Yeah, the demo's kind. That's kind of cool. It looked really cool. The trailer for it.
It's all, you're the second person here, damn.
Wait, what?
It's like the trailer, like when the guy's talking about like the whole thing. Did you watch that? Like the introduction to Jericho on the demo thing?
Oh, no, I don't think I
Okay,
did.
it's like a 7-minute thing where he's like.
Oh,
talking
good
about-
thing, because I was like sitting there like, wow, this is taking a little bit, like, it's like going in, like, alright, I just want to play the game.
It shows you like everything, like every person and what they can do and stuff. He's like, this guy's hardcore. Like his voice is totally like that.
Oh yeah, it's totally lame. I remember because I watched a little bit.
He's like, it's like, whoa, this is cool. Like,
And it like even tells you that the one guy is dying,
yeah, it's like,
but he's in you. It's like he's like the spiritual medic or something. Even though you've got another medic on your team.
yeah, and he was like the captain. He's like,
Yeah, but you don't even have to be a medic to revive people.
yeah, I don't know. And then the priest specializes in medic, and then I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know why
I
the
just played
commander
the guy
would be
with
a
some
medic
mini
anyways.
gun.
Yeah. Dude, the chick with the samurai sword was pretty cool. Dude, did you die when you went down that hole?
No.
Okay, like you should just play it again, just so you can die. Like, get halfway down, and then when you see that guy, and then like he falls on top of you, and when you're fighting him on the ground, die. He fucks you up. He's like, fucking lights out. I was like, whoa. Like, I was thinking about just dying at every part just to see if something crazy would happen. I don't know. The game was pretty cool. I was like, I think I'm gonna have to rent that. But then I was like, fuck this, play Halo.
Yeah, what was the game I wanted to rent? It was pretty cool. There's something outside, so it was actually kind of cool. Oh yeah, the Crash of the Titans.
I didn't play that.
You ever play the old Crash Bandicoot games?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like the old games. I like this. He's got like tattoos now, like on his fur. But it's cool because like you've got that little like tiki mask guy,
Mhm.
and like I guess he was like I think he was supposed to be like the spirit of the jungle or something like that in like the old games. Either way, so you've got him with you like all the time, and whenever like you beat up these big monster things, and like you jump on them and like you put the mask on them and you control them. But they've all got like special powers, like one like runs fast and it like shoots stuff, so it'd be
Mhm.
like the archer or whatever. The other one's this like rock monster thing that like it's like his special power is just like shake. Like all these spikes come up around you, and then there's this like giant buffalo mammoth thing that's like it's really slow, but it kills everything in one hit. Like the big guys, because like normally like when you're fighting the monsters, like it's like you have to hit them like a few times, but it was like dead. Oh. But it gets kind of hard because they'll like when you're not on a monster, there'll be like 3 monsters coming at you. You have to like take one down to get one.
Dude, some of the parts of Halo were fucking hard. Like the vehicle parts. Like, I don't know. Some was like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? Like the first one where you had to fight all those choppers in the race. All those choppers are like going around that like thing in the middle, and then you go up, and then you go over the bridge.
Yeah, that one part, that was the only vehicle part that I really had problems with.
I was like, well, like, yeah, the plane one was, like the Hornet one was easy, and
Like-
when you get the tank, it's like
Yeah.
steam rolling through everything. That part
The
is
first level, I think, was like probably like the hardest. I
Yeah.
hated the juggle. It's like, what?
Yeah.
It's like it's an art. It's like you have to kill this guy and then kill this guy. Watch out for the grunts the whole time, and then
Have you played on normal?
Yeah, I played for like a little bit, and it was so hard.
Really? Because I ran through it on normal.
Well, I only tried the first level, and it just like slapped me. It's like, oh fuck this. Like, I never was supposed to be easy. I should try like a different level or something, because I hated the first level. Like the sniper part.
There was like, the only cool parts, I thought, for that level, when you got close to the water. First part, when that Phantom came in. And the second part, we had to rescue the guy. Dude, this fucking brute chieftains like take forever to kill. Like the first guy I fought.
I didn't realize that they had invincibility. Like that's what it was. Like when they turn all glowy.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's invincibility. Like I thought it's just like took forever to put them down. I'm just like. And then it finally goes away. Like, oh wow, that took a lot of damage. That just took his shield off. And then I realized then it actually took like his regular little shield off. I was like, oh, wait a second. How much shields does he have? And then what I realized once I got the invincibility that like it makes you all glowy.
Yeah. Yeah, the first time, first couple times I fought him, it's just like insane. Like, what the and if you're far away and you get enough headshots, you kill him easy.
Oh, yeah.
But, god damn.
When you have to get like the bomb, you have to like reactivate the bomb, like that level, where you first get in like one of those fights where it's like, there's the hallway with him at the back. You have to kill all the little guys and then he comes. Like, I've been on heroic, but on legendary, like I kept fucking dying. And the only way I beat it was because he finally he kept I was like, here's the hallway, like I was on the little side passage things. Cause
Was it the one with the gun, the big green cannon thing? Or what did you?
No, that was yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's others, I think there's a couple of them with the cannons, but no, he had a hammer. And so he kept on trying to run through the little passage that was too small for him. So it's like, oh.
The flood was, dude, okay. I think my least favorite level was the second to last level. That level was like, what? Fuck?
When I played it on Legendary, I played every level except that, and then played the last level, and then went back to it.
That level was this. Dude, I ran through the whole, run, get to active camouflage, run through a room, and get, invincibility, run through a room, and then, I just ran through the whole level. But, when you do the game where you have to score, you go through campaign, you can score.
Yeah, the metagame.
Yeah, the best thing to do is, to actually get all the achievements, get all the skulls. But the only ones you really need are famine. It takes, when you pick up weapons, they have 50% less ammunition in it.
That's not that bad.
And then they have one where you don't have any motion detector. That's okay, single player. Multiplayer, you'd be like, fuck. And then the other one is when you throw grenades, they dive out of the way, every time.
So you have to hit them with it?
You have to throw 2 grenades, pretty much. Unless you stick them. I mean, you can stick everyone, but regular frag grenades, they're gonna jump out of the way. And then you gotta throw another one where they jumped, so you have to waste 2. But it's not even that bad with the bullet thing, not running out of bullets, because guys, forget words. They, where you can grab guns out of the containers that are they have full ammo, so you just stick with your guns till you get to another one of those, and you just grab another one of those. But then if you have one of the guns that the enemies have, you just run over all their ammo, and you get equals. So it wasn't that hard, and you just play on normal, and then so those 3 skulls times it